Chapter 7 deals with customer value driven marketing strategy, creating value for target customers. In the previous chapter, you have understood that in chapter number 5, that not all the customers are similar. Their personality, psychologically, they are affected and influenced in their purchase decisions. You have understood that marketers cannot appeal and satisfy all the buyers in the marketplace. Therefore, this particular chapter number 7 objective is to segment, target, and position. The 4 different learning objectives we will see from this chapter are: number 1 is to define the major steps in designing a customer driven marketing strategy, such as market segmentation, targeting, differentiation, and positioning. Second objective is list and discuss the major bases for segmenting consumer and business markets. Third is to explain how companies identify attractive market segments and choose a marketing strategy. Number 4, discuss how companies differentiate and position their products for maximum competitive advantage. Let's see the first learning objective. The figure shows the 4 major steps in designing a customer value driven marketing strategy. In the first 2 steps, the company selects the customers that it will serve. In the final 2 steps, the company decides on a value proposition of how it will create value for target customers. The second objective is to list and discuss the major bases for segmenting consumer markets. What is market segmentation? Market segmentation requires dividing a market into smaller segments with distinct needs, characteristics, or behaviors that might require separate marketing strategies or mixes. There is no single way to segment the market. A marketer has to try different segmentation variables, sometimes a single separate alone segment or in any combination, to find the best way to view the market structure. This visual outlines that you see in this table that might be used in segmenting consumer markets. Target stores have opened smaller stores that are aimed at college campuses. There is a growing number of millennials and Generation Z consumers offer new chances to turn the younger people into customers for life after they graduate. Even though Amazon is one of its competitors, Target also changes its products and services to meet the needs of the different regions and groups of people. To find out what the university customers care about, it has to ask questions like, what's the most important to most college students right now? These are the important issues college students have right now. When they first get into the campus, they have to move into the dorm, and therefore the Target stores, they teamed up with a transportation company. They focus on the categories of product that are important to students and the people who live nearby area. Company, they organize their customers into groups on the basis of where they live. McDonald's can offer the products such as Mac Rice Burger in Thailand, Tamago Double Mac in Japan, Lay's Curry Flavor in India, KFC, Amazon Mango Sundae in Thailand. The next one we see is demographic segmentation. Demographic factors are the most popular basis for segmenting customer groups. One reason is that the customer needs and wants and the usage rates often vary closely with demographic variables. Demographic variables are easier to measure than most other types of compared to most other types of variables. Even when the marketers first define segments using other bases such as benefits sought or behavior, they must know the segment's demographic characteristics to assess the size of the target market to reach it efficiently. Consumer needs and wants change with age. Some companies offer different types of products or use with the different marketing approaches based on the different age and life cycle groups, and other companies offer brands that target specific age or life cycle groups. P&G's Crest White Brilliance toothpaste targets seniors and older adults. It helps seniors turn their tooth stains into a brighter, whiter smile. In contrast, Crest Pro Health Junior toothpaste targets younger customers by featuring packages adorned with Frozen and Star Wars characters and offering a magic timer app to help even the most reluctant child to brush longer. While we segment based on demographic variable, marketers has to be careful not to use any stereotypes. For example, although the 80-year-old customers may fit with the stereotype of doddering shut-ins with the fixed incomes, but there are also other segment of 80-year-old customers who prefer outdoor skiing and play tennis. Similarly, whereas some 40-year-old couples are sending their children to the college, but at the same time, there are also customers with the 40-year-old just starting their married life. And therefore, we should not get confused with the age category aligned with any of the stereotypes, need to be avoided. Here is a funny Brazilian ad made by Dow Company aiming at men care segment. Personal care industry traditionally focused on female segments, recently focus on men's personal care industry. L'Oreal, Nivea, Sephora, Unilever's Dow brand now successfully market men's lines. For example, the Dow's Men Care provides a full line body washes, body bars, deodorants, face care, and hair care. Dow has exclusive product line for men segments such as men's skin care, skin cleansing, and deodorants, men's hair care, and more. Brands that traditionally targeted men are now targeting women. Women are wearing workout gears as everyday fashion. Sports apparel marketers such as Nike, Adidas, Dick's Sporting Companies boosts its marketing effort aimed at women buyers. Dick's Sporting Goods made this a campaign recognizes the fact that the women they juggle a lot in every day, so making the choice to work out is a challenging choice for the people. Income segmentation divides a market into different income segments. The marketers of the products and services such as automobiles, clothing, cosmetic, and financial services, they have been long used income segmentation. Many companies target affluent, rich consumers with luxury goods and convenience services. Other marketers use high touch marketing programs to court the well to do. Not all companies that use the income segmentation target the rich customers. For example, many retailers such as Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Dollar Tree store chains, they successfully target the low and middle income class groups. The core market for these such stores is represented by the families with income of $30,000 and below. An Express Platinum card costs members around $550 per year. It comes with the perks such as special airport launch access, airline free credits, Uber credits, and many other services they offer. In Thailand, the annual fee may range up to 35,000 Thai baht. So, other credit cards offered by the company American Express Gold Card, American Express Card of 1,765 baht, or Thai American Express Platinum, Thai Express Credit Card. So, at the varying annual fee, the customers can choose the type of the credit card they are qualified with. The next segmentation process is psychographic segmentation. Psychographic segmentation divides a market into different segments based on social class, lifestyles, or personality characteristics. People in the same demographic group can have very different psychographic characteristics. People buy products that reflect their lifestyles. Marketers also use personality variables to segment variables. For example, different soft drinks target different personalities. Gazelle bikes caters to a range of lifestyle segments from daily users to Dutch royal family. Dew projects its company's commercial advertisements as youthful, rebellious, adventurous personalities. Wise, they differentiate themselves with their competitors. Whereas
Wow, this new
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola Zero
Zero
Sugar. Is it the
appeals
best
to
Coke ever?
target personality
No.
types which are more mature,
Yes.
practical,
No.
and
Yes. No.
cerebral,
Yes.
but
No.
good-humored.
Try it first.
Its
I need to
subtly
try it
humorous ads promise real Coca-Cola taste and zero calories. The next segmentation type is behavioral, occasional benefits, user status, usage rates, and loyalty status. Behavioral segmentation divides a market into segments based on consumer knowledge, attitudes, uses of a product, or responses to a product. Many marketers believe that behavior variables are the best starting point for building market segments. Behavioral segmentation includes occasional segmentation, benefit sort, segmentation type, user status, user rate, loyalty status. First, we'll see occasion type of segmentation. Occasions refer to when the consumers get the idea to buy, actually make their purchase or use the purchased item. Occasions segmentations can help the firm build up product usage. Campbell Soup advertises its product more heavily in its during the time of the cold winter months.
Dancing there, flying there. How about eating soup to get there? Delicious Campbell soups fill you with good nutrition, energy.
Home Depot runs
Get
special
more
springtime
out of
promotion
summer
for lawn
with
and
more from
garden
the Home
products.
With ways to save on every idea you have, you can do more for your family traditions and even invent some new ones.
P&G boosts its marketing for its Vicks vapor ups during the cold and flu season. The next type is benefit sort segmentation type. Benefit sort refers to finding a major benefit people look for in a product class, the kind of the people who look for each benefit and the major brands that deliver each brand. For example, Squin brand makes the bikes for every benefit segment. For example, Squin's urban bikes are for riders who want a functional, durable, and stylish bike to commute or ride casually in urban areas. The next type is user status. Marketers can be segmented by the user status. Non-users, ex-users, potential users, first-time users, and regular users of a product. Marketers want to reinforce and retain regular users, attract target non-users, and reinvigorate relationships with ex-users. The next type is usage rate. Markets can also be segmented by usage rate, light, medium, and heavy product usage. Heavy users are often a small percentage of the market but account for a high percentage of total consumption. For instance, a recent study shows that a heavy seafood consumers in the United States are small but a hungry bunch. Less than 5% of all the shoppers buy nearly 64% of the unbreaded seafood consumed in the United States. The next type is loyalty status. Consumers can be loyal to brands, and buyers can be divided into groups according to their degree of loyalty. Some consumers are completely loyal. They buy only one brand all the time and can't wait to tell others about it. Example, consumers can be loyal to the brands like Tide or the stores such as Target retail store, and the companies like Apple company could be the single brand that the customers place loyal at. And there are other consumers are somewhat loyal towards different brands. They are loyal to two or three brands of a given product or favor one brand while sometimes buying others. Still, other buyers show no loyalty to any brand. They either want something different each time they buy or they buy whatever's on the sale. Clearly, there are many ways to segment the market, but not all segmentations are effective. For example, Buyers of a table salt could be divided into blonde or brunette customers, but hair color obviously does not affect the purchase of a salt. Furthermore, if all salt buyers bought the same amount of salt each month, believed that all salt is the same and wanted to pay the same price, the company would not benefit from segmenting their market. Some of the requirements of effective segmentations are that it should be measurable, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. The next part we see is targeting, that is, selecting the segment or segments to enter. After dividing the market into segments, it's time to answer the first seemingly simple marketing strategy question we raised. That is, which customers will the company serve? The firm now has to decide how many and which segment it can serve the best. We can now look at the companies, how they evaluate and select the target segments. We can select this target segment based on segment size and growth, and segment structural attractiveness, and company objectives and resources are some of the key criteria in evaluating the market segments and deciding to target. A target market is a set of buyers who share common needs or characteristics that the company decided to serve. After evaluating different segments, the company must decide which and how many segments it will target. Target very broadly undifferentiated marketing, very narrowly micro marketing, or somewhere in between differentiated or concentrated marketing. First, we'll focus on undifferentiated or mass marketing. With undifferentiated marketing or mass marketing, the company designs a product and a marketing program that will appeal to the largest number of buyers. As noted in this chapter, most modern marketers have strong doubts about this strategy. However, mass marketers often have trouble competing with more focused firms that do a better job satisfaction that needs to be fulfilled in a specific segments and niches. There are limitations and disadvantages in choosing undifferentiated marketing type. In this example, the undifferentiated marketing, that the different companies marketing mix elements is being provided to all the ages of kids, adults, and elders without any changes. The next type is differentiated or segmented marketing. Differentiated marketing targets several different market segments and designs separate offers for each. The goal is to achieve higher sales and stronger position, and it is more expensive than the undifferentiated marketing. For example, P&G markets 6 different laundry detergent markets in the United States which compete with each other on supermarket shelves. Differentiated marketing increases the cost of doing business. The company must weigh the increased sales against the increased costs when deciding on differentiated marketing strategy. As per the definition, we saw that the company will launch different marketing mix elements to focus on each of the identified segment types. Just for segment 1, so they have the different set of marketing mix, and for segment 2, different set of marketing mix. For segment 3, another set of marketing mix. The Gap retail stores, they do have a separate segment of the marketing mix offerings meant to be for adult segment, and another category for the kids segment and for the baby segment separately. The next segment type you see is concentrated or niche marketing. Concentrated marketing targets a large of a smaller market. When using a concentrated marketing or niche marketing strategy, a firm goes after a large share of one or few smaller segments or niches. For example, Stan's Socks thrives with high quality, colorful socks sold through high end department stores. Concentrated marketing can be highly profitable. At the same time, it involves higher than normal risks. Companies that rely on one or few segments for all of their businesses will suffer greatly if the segment turns sour, or Larger competitors may decide to enter into the same segment with the greater resources. For these reasons, many companies prefer to diversify in several market segments. The next type is micro marketing. Micro marketing is a practice of tailoring products and marketing programs to suit the tastes of specific individuals and locations. Can be of local marketing and individual marketing type. Rather than seeing the market customers in every individual, micro marketers see the individuals in every customers. Micro marketing includes local marketing and individual marketing. Local marketing involves tailoring the brands and promotion to the needs and wants of local customer segments. It includes the cities, neighborhood stores. For example, the department store chains Macy's has rolled out a localization program called Macy's in which My Macy's, in which the merchandise is customized under 69 different geographical districts. What are the drawbacks of local marketing? Local marketing has some drawbacks. It can drive up manufacturing and marketing costs by reducing the economies of scale. It can also create logistics problems as companies try to meet the varied requirements of different regional and local markets. For example, more detailed databases, robotic production, and flexible manufacturing and interactive media such as mobile phones and internet have combined to foster mass customization. Mass customization is the process by which firms interact one to one with masses of consumers to design products and services tailor made to individual needs. Rolls-Royce works closely with the individual customers to help them create their own unique Rolls-Royces. The final objective to see is to discuss how the companies differentiate and position their products for maximum competitive advantage. Differentiation involves making the product or service noticeably different from the competition so consumers can recognize its distinctive properties or features more easily. Positioning is about establishing the product or service in the minds of the target consumers at a point in the continuum of factors such as quality, price, and convenience. Product position is the way in which the product is defined by consumers on important attributes. The company must decide on the value proposition, how it will create differentiated value for target segments, and what positions it wants to occupy in those segments. The place the product occupies in consumer minds related to competing products in the position. Positioning maps show consumer perceptions of marketers' brands versus competing products on important buying dimensions. In planning their differentiation and positioning strategies, marketers often prepare perceptual positioning maps. The position of each circle on the map indicates the brand's perceived position on two dimensions: price and orientation, luxury versus performance. The size of each of the circle indicates the brand's relative market share. Choosing a differentiation and positioning strategy consists of three steps. First one is identify the competing competitive advantages. Second is to choose the right competitive advantage. Third is to select positioning strategy. The meaning of competitive advantage is it is an advantage over competitors gained by offering consumers greater value either through lower prices or by providing more benefits that justify the higher prices. Each of the company have their own methods in preparing the food and offering the services. How your company able to outcompete in any of the manner that increases the benefit to their customers, that could decide the greater the competitive advantages is. The various ways the company can differentiate themselves are by product differentiation, service differentiation, channel differentiation, people differentiation, and image differentiation.